We're here.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Threeflings. We are back from break. It is Threeflings, the only show on Twitch with three tieflings every Friday night.
Oh, I just.
Three,
Sorry,
you
carry on.
interrupting me?
Yeah, because the adventure information is out of date, because I never found out what adventure we're playing.
Do you want me to tell you what we're playing?
Yeah, tell me and everyone else, please.
I will. We are playing The Red Wolf by Maggie Harbison and Eris Vidorn from Uncaged Volume 2. And Threeflings is a collection of one-shot adventures from the Uncaged Anthology. So if this is your first episode or your 50th, which would be hard because we haven't had 50 episodes yet, welcome. You are all caught up. So let's meet our Tiefs, starting with Ophelia. Or I should say Ink. Tell us about your Tief.
Hi, I'm Ophelia. Just kidding. I'm Ink. You messed me up.
Look, we
I'm
took a
Ink.
break. Nobody remembers anything.
I don't know why I'm on the stream.
I
I'm
mean,
confused.
technically both are true, so
I sure hope they are. I'm Ink. Tonight I am playing Ophelia, your warlock, Pact of the Tome tiefling. Her patron is the Fiend, which is her mom, and there is actually now information with Nightbot. So if you forget what we're doing, you can do stuff for that. Great.
Zan, welcome back. Tell us about your Tief.
Hi, I am Zan, and I am playing Shy, the Tiefling Knowledge Cleric. And, yeah. She hates healing, by the way. Especially during battle, because it's a waste of her time.
And Gwen, why don't you tell us about your Tief?
I'm Gwendiby, and I'm playing Adara, a resident fighty-bitey tiefling. She has no magic, but she won't let that stop her from starting trouble. See, this is why you just have to have, like, a thing you say every time, because then you're just like, I do remember what my character is. I do know what's going on.
Not all of us have the capability to create a rhyming thing like Fighty Bitey Gwen.
And as you can see, I'm drinking from our beautiful merch. Ooh, if you want some beautiful merch, it's right below our faces. I have it on my boobs too. So it's been a hot minute, but who would like to give us a previously on Threeflings?
Previously,
we played Of Werewolves and Birthday Parties by Sarah Harker.
Previously, we played Jackbox.
That's what I was gonna say. We did play Jackbox.
I wasn't there for the birthday one.
Oh, okay. Shy was here for the birthday thing.
I was there for the birthday one.
And who else was it? It was
Bella. Bella was here.
It was EA. Yeah, it was EA. Showed up at a town. We walked into a bar. We saw one tiefling woman who just seemed to be like draping her entire body across a piano. So Shy and I were wondering, is she okay? And then we found out that there was a ton of issues going on where apparently there were like werewolf issues where like cows were dying and stuff like that.
Which turned out not to be the werewolves, but
yes,
you know.
I don't remember exact specifics, but they were like, we're gonna hunt a werewolf. And then while we were there, we also met a woman who was like, I am a monster hunter and I am here to hunt monster, as you know, because, you know, you've heard about the werewolf. Later found out.
Yep, I'm here to find the werewolf, and then turned out not to want to kill a werewolf, which aligned great with our philosophy. So.
Yep. Later found out that she is a werewolf. Had a grand spanking fun time because we found out that there was just a farm woman killing her cows and then selling them because, you know, profit off the werewolf issue.
Get out of a bad marriage.
Yeah. Shy also managed to calm a mob using logic and intelligence, which was very impressive.
Nice.
Yep. It really shouldn't have worked, but I'm glad it did.
Yes, because someone, who was it? Someone gave Zan a crit.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think it was Tyler.
Yep, it was Tyler. And then we had a whole thing where we helped werewolves. We didn't kill any of them. And then we went to the farm and was essentially Monster Hunter, Werewolf Friend, and all the other werewolves. They all collectively celebrate their birthday together, and they had a great time. There were dogs and party hats, and that was the end.
Sad I missed it.
Oh, you should go back and watch the VOD. It was so good.
I need
It
to.
was fun.
The party was fun. They were finding their presents.
Yes, there was
the
also a
presents were
meat
hidden.
cake.
There was a meat cake. Oh my gosh. Thank you for subscribing, Ink.
You're welcome. I get a free subscription with Amazon Prime, which if you don't know, you get a free subscription on Twitch. You can use it for this channel.
All right. And also, you are brand new level 6, so you all have new fun things.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, now that you're back together again, spent some time off, played a little bit of Jackbox, went to some birthday parties. You've started seeing flyers advertising a bounty on a large wolf that's been terrorizing the village of Badunfithic by night.
That's a name.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Interested parties are instructed to arrive during the daytime to the Broken Thorn, an inn in the town.
That's very specific timing on this note. Most notes don't stipulate that.
I'm wondering, because if it's Shy and Ophelia still together, I'm just gonna like lean over to Shy and be like, I'm wondering if it's like another werewolf situation.
Yes, that is possible.
'Cause
But they seem
wasn't
to be under an impression that it's just a giant wolf.
I mean,
Granted, this is monster hunting. So if
aren't
Idara is
werewolves-
anywhere around here, she's going to be heading towards that.
yeah. I mean, also, aren't werewolves just massive wolves? Just like tall.
No, but I guess just looking at it from the outside, you could. But then again, dire wolves are generally bigger.
I'm just wondering, like, logically, how people would go, ah, yes, big wolf, just kidding. It's not.
But what if it's a winter wolf or something like that?
Why did it specifically be from winter? What difference
Oh.
does that make?
I think that's more because of the frost breath.
Wolves have that?
Only winter wolves.
Oh gosh. This is too much information at once. It's like, there are wolves that have frost breath.
So, Adara, what are you up to?
I mean, can I already be in the tavern at this point?
Ooh.
Or is that too
You could be.
feisty?
I assumed that you were traveling together, but if you would like to be in the tavern already, you absolutely can be.
It seems like a place to organically meet up.
Sure.
Is this a big town or a small town?
It's a pretty small village.
Okay.
So you would be in the common room. You would have already met the innkeepers, Iona and her wife, Davina. And you would have been informed that room and board is free for any adventurers here to hunt the wolf.
Okay.
But be sure to stay inside at night. The wolf appears to anyone outside when it's dark.
All right. So yeah, Adara probably got there like, I don't know, maybe 45 minutes before Shia and Ophelia come in, and is just like chilling with some food. She heard about a bounty, so figures one, work his work, two, like she'll probably run into someone she knows at some point here. But in the meantime, just trying to enjoy not having a single missing persons case for at least 2 weeks. Isn't that something?
Perfect. So, Shy and Ophelia, when you come in, you get the same greeting from the ladies who own the inn. And Iona says, if you're here to hunt the wolf, be sure to stay inside. I'll send a message to Fergus. He's the head of the village, the one who put the bounty up and everything. Tell him to meet you here in the morning. It's a little bit too dark to go out now, but I'll bring you some food and drink. and just make yourselves comfortable.
Is there anything particular that's been happening after dark?
Well, that's when the wolf appears.
I
Is
see.
it like a wolf person, or is it like just a only wolf?
Is it particularly large?
A giant red wolf. But I haven't
Yeah.
seen it. That's just what I've been told.
It's interesting. Can I see if I've heard any history about a wolf like this?
Sure. Yeah, give me a history check. And Ophelia, looking around. You're gone. I'll just tell Shy.
I'll be a 10.
Okay. I'm going to say that you know there are some deities affiliated with wolves, but that you haven't really, like, there's nothing really specific that you would have heard of. Like, it could just be, and without more information, this could be, like, just a big wolf.
Mm-hmm.
But you
Especially
tend
if
to think of, like, foxes as red.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, especially it being red has probably thrown me off. Because I was thinking it was probably going to be a winter wolf or some kind of oversized dire wolf, and then it's just like it's red.
Interesting.
Ophelia, looking around, you see Adara relaxed at a table.
I was
And
gonna say I rolled stealth out of curiosity. You see Adara directly behind you. Like, you turn around and she's making eye contact and is maybe like 4 or 5 inches away and is just like, hi.
And there is only one other person in the whole inn who's kind of a rough-looking middle-aged woman.
That was a lot more sudden than I thought it was going to be.
Long time no see. Yeah, you, I mean, feels a little rude to just, show up and insult you, but you both have shit passive perception.
I don't know if that's necessarily the case, or if you just are really good at things that I feel like are bad for us to be good at.
And I have to admit, being snuck up on inside of a bar isn't really something I'm expecting. Although, I probably should with you around.
Yeah, stay on your toes more. I win this round. Are you here for the wolf? I'm assuming?
Well, for me, it's more like, I knew if you heard about the wolf, you would be here.
Yeah, that is why I'm here. It's not a big town otherwise.
Yeah, it does seem like this town does have a population of -5.
Yeah. But Wolf's supposed to show up every night, so I figure we can just go outside tonight like everyone tells us not to, and then we'll find this wolf.
Or maybe find a window on the second floor and see if we can spot it.
Oh, I just realized you missed what Shy and I just went through, which was like a bunch of like wolves, like werewolves that are also people, and they had a birthday party.
I mean, yeah. Well, werewolves are people, yeah. This is a wolf, though.
We don't know that.
Alright, well, this is probably a wolf. If it's a werewolf, we can talk to it, maybe. Since
Yeah.
you two are experts now, I assume. That sounds fun, though. What the fuck?
Iona and Davina come by with some food and drinks, and they also freshen up Adara's beverage.
Thank you.
And Iona says, I couldn't help but overhear you talking about the wolf. I should warn you, everyone who's come to hunt the wolf has died.
Oh, that's really reassuring. Thanks.
Like, all in the same way, or have gone missing, or...
Anyone who hunts the wolf has not lived to tell the tale of how they come to pass. But I'll get you some more ale. And as soon as she turns to walk away, you hear this horrible, keening scream from outside. The ground beneath you starts to shake, and through the windows you hear You come to hunt the wolf, but you will fall like the others before you.
I'm gonna lean over to Adara and be like,
this is kind of confusing.
I feel like this is an omen.
Can I find a window? I need to see what's shouting this, because...
Yeah,
What?
same.
Yeah.
This does not seem to fit with the situation. I'd expect growling and howling from a wolf. I wouldn't expect them to
Talk?
make a proclamation.
Yeah. Also, clarifying question, did that sound like someone yelling from outside, or did that sound like magically amplified, can't tell where it came from, sort of audio?
Give me a perception check.
Sure. All right. Are you ready for this?
Mm-hmm.
29.
Shit.
Good lord.
It definitely came from outside, but it sounded magically amplified. Like, no living creature that you have encountered can yell that loud.
All right.
Can we access the roof of this building? I want to see if I can climb out and spot where this is coming from.
Davina kind of looks at you and says, I'm sure she's gone already. And looks pretty sad. And at this point, you see the other woman in the inn is just kind of laughing to herself by the fire.
Okay, that's also an unusual reaction.
Mm-hmm.
Is someone dead? Is that what I'm putting together now?
The woman by the fire leans back in her chair and says, that'd be the banshee.
Just
I've
update the
met
sound.
several, and I don't think that's what that
Does
was.
this person look... It's like, wait, a wolf and now a banshee? What?
Wait.
It's like something is just really confusing about this entire situation. Was she saying the woman by the fire is as a banshee?
No, the woman by the fire said that would be the banshee.
Are we all going to harass this woman?
Yeah, I already responded to her. So,
Oh, okay.
yeah. I
I
said,
didn't know if you were saying that out loud.
no, yeah, I was like, I've met several banshees, and none of them sound like that.
Yeah, they're usually screamier.
Oh, well.
Less diaphragm, more just shriek, you know.
She's been haunting here for a while now. Makes eerily accurate predictions of death.
I'm gonna, like, look out the window. Who is yelling?
You see nothing there. You don't even see any townsfolk walking about.
So what were the words that were said again?
You come to hunt the wolf, but you will fall like the others before you.
So you said accurate predictions of death. That one seemed pretty vague.
And that seemed like less of a prediction and more of a threat.
Yeah.
Just putting that out there.
Well, I didn't come to hunt the banshee. I came to investigate that wolf.
Oh, so you're also involved in this.
Well, involves a strong word, little one.
What other word would you use for it?
I would say I see myself as a source of knowledge and information.
I'm just gonna give Shy a side eye.
I was gonna say I'm gonna look at Shy.
Back to old lady. So you're looking to acquire information about the wolf?
No, I'm a hunter. I just come into town to sell my wares.
So
Spend the
you're here
night
to
here.
kill the wolf.
Oh no, I'm not a fool.
So what are you
Pass
doing
on.
with the wolf?
Well, seeing as there's a bounty, I figure I could pass on some information to not keep you folks alive before I go back and hunt in the forest. I'm steering clear of that wolf, though.
What kind of information?
Well, I've heard that it's massive, fur the color of fresh drawn blood. It was first seen when this village here was founded. Driven off multiple times, but it always came back. It's older than anybody here. Finally, a group of hunters, not myself, decided to go kill it. Former innkeeper's daughter Greer, she tried to tell them not to go, but they wouldn't listen. And they never came back. Then she went after the wolf. She never came back. Well, then the wolf was gone, too. The village folk buried a grave. They dug a grave for her, but there was nothing to bury. It's a cairn built over nothing, as it were. Raised a monument to her. I think the monument reads, "To those we lost to wolf's fell bite, a hope that soon no more 'twill fall," or something. But anyway, that's why folks don't go out after dark. The blood wolf will gobble you up.
I know all this.
So I'm an old lady who lives in the woods.
And what sort of signs have you seen for this wolf? Do you know, in general, where it likes to prowl, aside from in the village at night?
I'm not sure. I know that banshee comes, says people will die if they hunt the wolf. And then anybody who hunts the wolf dies, so she's fairly accurate.
Well, I mean, we're assuming they die. They seem to have at least gone missing, right? We've encountered a fair number of people who, everyone assumed they had died because they had gone missing, but it turns out they just dipped because the town they were in was shit. So, I mean, maybe that's a bit of an optimistic spin in this particular situation, but unless somebody's actually recovered some bodies, which would be useful to know, might just call them missing.
Yeah, they might just be in a closed community in the woods somewhere.
Well, they found the bodies of the hunters. It's just Greer they never found.
See, that's a useful discrepancy. How long ago did this start? What's the timeline here?
Oh, centuries.
Okay.
Is this woman a human?
Yes.
Okay.
She is a human. The inn is run by a dwarf and a half-elf.
Okay.
So, sorry, just to get my mental timeline straight, Greer was one of the first people to go missing / get killed by the wolf, or was that more recent?
Most recent.
Most recent, okay. Literally the opposite of what I thought. Cool.
Yeah.
How long ago was that?
Oh, how long was that? A while now. 40 years or so? She kind of looks over at Iona and Davina. They're like, well, we didn't own the inn then, but that sounds about right.
Adara just leans
You know
quietly.
who might know is Aelith. She runs the cemetery. I see her on occasion sell her some rabbits.
All right. Good to know. So,
She was the only one alive when the wolf was here last.
and how long has the wolf been here this time?
She kind of looks around. Iona and Davina, and she says, I just came into town recently. But, Iona and Davina are, well, long enough for Fergus to put up that notice.
It's not very specific.
No.
I was gonna say, yeah, that could be anywhere between a day and 5,000 years.
Do you have an order of magnitude that you can share?
Couple of weeks.
Okay. Well,
Was that really so hard?
team, I guess we might go out tomorrow and try to talk to some people if we don't feel on board with my plan of just walking out there, because apparently that's what you do to get the wolf to come to you.
What time of day is it?
It's, evening.
Okay.
It might be a better idea to wait until we have more information, and it seems we won't get any more information until tomorrow. I'd rather not confront this without having a decent idea of what it is.
Fine.
I'm like right in the middle there, because I do want to stand outside and see this massive wolf, but I also can die again, so I don't really like that option anymore.
It's like, the thing is, several hunters have evidently died because they thought this thing was a wolf and they could handle it.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe if we gather more information, we might have a better chance.
That's fair. And, like, you're smart. I'm fine going along with this plan. For the record, I think we could probably handle whatever more than wolf this is. And if it's just a banshee playing a really weird trick, then we've got plenty of experience dealing with those. But I understand that you like to ask people a bunch of questions before you do something, even when they don't actually tell you anything useful. So it's fine. We can wait.
You know, if nothing else, I can speak with one of the dead hunters if, you know, they will allow me to do that.
Yeah, that'd be useful.
If they're dead, I don't really know if they can protest to that.
Well, I meant whoever's in charge of the cemetery.
Oh, okay.
Because I assume we'll be digging them up, which is a little bit frowned upon.
I'm just gonna say right now, Shai. Yes, very big frown. Very big.
I'm usually dealing with tombs that are thousands of years old and don't really have anyone to object.
Well, Aelith runs the cemetery. She was the last one, or the only one alive last time the wolf came. So she'd be the lady to talk to. But, Fergus has been leading all the hunters out to show them around and, you know, offer them money.
Where can we find Fergus?
Davina pops up and says, he's coming by tomorrow morning.
Perfect.
He doesn't live in town?
Oh no, he's just not leaving home at night because of the wolf.
Okay, I just didn't know if he was, again, like our friend over here, and then like gesture to the old woman, and he just doesn't live in town, and then just comes in and out as he pleases.
Oh no, we sent a message. He lives down the street, but he'll be round as soon as you wake up.
Great.
Seems like there's not much we can do until morning.
Tonight's a night for relaxation and catching up. Cheers. It's a good mug, Jess.
It holds an entire beer, apparently.
It does.
So I mean, I'm good to go to the next day.
The next morning.
Oh wait, before we actually finish.
Oh yes.
When we are in our, like, whatever room we're staying in, couple things. One, Ophelia wants to listen for stuff at night,
Okay.
like for the first, while she's like falling asleep, in case she hears like branches, people, stuff like that.
Okay.
And then secondly, when they're unpacking all of the stuff, Ophelia is going to pull out an I don't know how to pronounce this. Is it an ion stone? Is that how you pronounce that?
An ion stone.
Yeah. I think that's how you pronounce it. And she is going to give that to Shy, and then also from her backpack, which is going to seem very weird because it was just kind of like sticking out the top. She's gonna pull out a sort of life stealing and give that to Adara.
Oh.
Oh, this is very generous.
Birthday gifts.
Okay, thank you.
You missed the birthday
I-
party.
The birthday party. Yeah, that's right.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, you're really off for my birthday, but thanks. This is cool.
Yeah.
Sort of life stealing.
Which ion
Yeah.
stone did you get for Shy, by the way?
I have to check again because
If there's,
I don't
like, a
actually
bajillion of them.
remember.
Because I need to remember what those do. I'm pretty
float
sure
around
she
her
like
head.
tosses it in the air and it floats around her head. So it's like
Yep.
another shiny thing that she has that's just around her head now.
Let's see. I'm trying to remember. Use an action. Okay. I think for Shy, I would have gotten her this the Ion Stone of Reserve, which means it can store spells in it.
Okay.
Ooh,
You can
nice.
store up to 3 levels of spells at a time. And there you go.
Cool.
Yep.
Thank
And then
you.
I have the actual Sword of Life Stealing if you need the stats for it, Gwen.
I pull it up on my other monitor, but thank you.
Okay.
Awesome.
But yes. Birthday gifts.
Ophelia spent all her money and went shopping.
Aw.
I still have 240 gold. It's okay. I forgot that we got gold from our last adventure. Yeah, there's gonna be like another small little box, and she's gonna be like, I'm not gonna open that now because it's a boat.
Magic items.
Yeah, it's a boat for Euphoria. I'm not gonna open that now because I
Yeah.
kind of like how much arm space we have.
Yeah, good call.
So looking out the window, Ophelia, you don't see like anything. There's
Mhm.
no movement in this town. Like nobody goes out at night.
Mhm.
Like you hear some wind and stuff, but you don't like usually, you see a little bit of movement around like people going about minor business, but there's nobody.
Does it seem like a lot of the lights in the town are on or off?
They're on until people start going to bed, and then they
Okay.
turn off.
Because I was like, does everyone in town just go to bed at 7 p.m.?
Mm.
Because that'd be very
I mean,
odd.
nothing else to do. Might as well just, go to bed.
Go to sleep.
Depends, I guess. Okay.
So the next morning, when you go downstairs, Lial is gone, but there is a wrinkled, well-dressed, kind of anxious-looking male halfling who nods gravely at each of you as you descend.
Are you Fergus?
Yes, I'm Fergus, head of the village, and you are the newest adventurers. Pleased to meet you. I'm happy to offer you 100 gold and this handmade cloak. And holds out a folded cloak in front of him that looks really well made. If you accept, I'll take you to where the previous group met the wolf.
Does he keep looking at someone, or is he just looking around?
He just kind of looks anxious.
Okay.
Oh, buddy.
Can I do an insight to see if there's something he's hiding or if he's just so worried about this wolf and just hasn't been able to get anyone to take care of it.
Absolutely. Go ahead.
Because if he's that fidgety, insight 26.
Yeah, he is nervous because so many people have died lately.
Yeah, that would make anyone nervy. Well, I will say we are exceptionally hard to kill. So hopefully we can take care of this for you quickly.
Ah, perfect. Follow me. Follow me. And he nods to Davina and Iona. And they hand him like a thermos of, and Iona winks at him and says, "Special coffee for you, Fergus."
There's liquor in there.
Ugh.
So he takes you a little bit out of town. Says, there's the cemetery up that way. Going a little further, he says, there's the dry well. That was, well, it used to be very significant to the town, before it ran dry. And, at last. And, takes you to a forest.
When
And
did the
just-
well run dry?
Oh, for my time. But it was very essential in the workings of the town. Probably 60 years ago. And before that, centuries back when the town was founded. Nobody goes there anymore.
How long have you lived here, Fergus?
Oh, my whole life.
How old
Okay,
does he look?
I was gonna say, how
About
old are
50.
you? If you don't mind, Fergus. How old are you? If you don't mind
50
me
years
asking.
old.
Okay. You were around then when, like, Greer went missing and stuff then, too?
Oh, no.
I thought that was 40 years ago.
No. Before that,
Oh,
Lial is like 40.
Oh, I also thought Greer was like 40 years ago. So wait, when did Greer go missing?
I would say about 80 years ago.
Oh, okay.
I may have fucked up.
Okay, that's fair. Have your parents lived here forever?
Yes, we've lived in Baden Fithik for generations. Used to tell me stories about the wolf, but well, I'd never had to encounter it, and it's a shame that it's back.
Can I make an insight check on if I guess I'm actually gonna ask him a question first, and then I want to insight check his response depending on what it is.
Sure.
Because he said it's a shame it's back. So Idara will say, if your parents were around the last time the wolf showed up, do you remember how they dealt with it then? Because historically, it doesn't seem like killing it's gone super well.
Well, that girl Greer went missing, and then it stopped.
Okay. I guess I don't need to insight check that. That seems factual.
But anyway, here we go. And he takes you into the forest, and even though it's like morning and bright outside, as soon as you get in the forest, it is very dark. To the point where he actually lights a lantern.
Ooh, that's not ominous in the slightest.
Okay.
He starts pointing, and you see drag marks. He says that's where we removed the bodies and gave them a proper burial. And you see signs of a fight in here. There's charred, broken trees, torn up undergrowth, churned dirt, broken trees. It looks like a mess. here.
Are there any paw prints? Anything to gauge how big this creature is?
You can give me an investigation check,
I will do that.
but just like eyeballing it, this looks like way more damage than would come from a fight with a dire wolf.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's 16 for investigation.
Okay. So you see giant wolf tracks, pieces of a broken sword, and scraps of fabric stained with dried blood. And Adara,
Mm-hmm.
as soon as Shy starts looking, you see an ancient doe walk out of the forest supporting an equally ancient-looking woman. She starts laughing at you. It's, another pack of fools come to test yourselves against our wolf. You must know some secret if you think you'll succeed where others failed. But I wager
Your
dead in the
wolf.
dirt or filling our blood-soaked wolf's belly. That's where you'll be. And a sudden wind starts shaking the trees. The sunlight slashes all of your eyes. And then she and the deer have vanished.
Okay, is it just me, or was she claiming some kind of ownership over this wolf?
She definitely was.
Fergus at this point is shaking. He says, so, you'll just be back before nightfall?
Yeah, hey Fergus, who was that?
So I have no idea.
I don't believe you, Fergus.
Are you sure you have no idea who that was?
I have no idea. It's probably a forest spirit.
Do I believe him?
Can I do an insight check on that?
Same.
Yes.
I was just gonna see if I have any knowledge of what the hell that might have been.
Aggregate 20 on the insight.
23
Ho, ho, ho.
on insight.
Yeah.
Fergus is scared out of his mind.
Yeah.
And he really seems to not know who that was.
All right.
Says, I heard the woods were haunted, but please just... This is where the fight was.
Haunted.
Just...
Okay.
It might be... Maybe she was a hunter. I don't know. I'll see you. Just be back before nightfall.
Oh, Fergus.
Well, we'll do our best.
And he takes off running.
Yep.
Have some of your coffee, bud.
I want to see if I can...
I
Would
want
this
to.
be like a history or an arcana check to attach like
Yeah.
creatures with spellcasters, that sort of thing?
I was gonna ask because I asked this earlier, but this wasn't something that I could roll. Like, I didn't know what to roll for it. I want to see if I know what that woman was. Like, what if it was a projection, if it was an illusion, if it was an actual ghost. Like, I want to see if I can figure out what the hell that was.
Okay.
I will hold my roll until after that.
Give me, in Arcana?
Okay, that's gonna be my best bet for this. Shit. 22.
Okay. So, 22. So you would imagine that is, it is not a hag because of the way it presented and the way that it vanished the deer, unless it was a particularly powerful hag. But with that kick-ass roll, you know that it wasn't. The way that it appeared, and something about the way she was standing there, you got that it was some kind of undead creature. But an undead creature with a kind of magic.
Oh, I hate how many undead things we've come across.
Okay. Do you share this?
Well, clearly, if I'm yelling, I hate the fact that we've come across so many undead things, I'm assuming you're getting the fact that this thing was undead.
Uh-huh. Okay, okay. Possible undead creature. Can I try and make some sort of connection between undead creatures and wolves? It seems like a stretch, but
Give me a religion check.
yeah.
And since Nightbot has announced it, we're currently running a giveaway. So follow that link right there. Follow us on Twitter and retweet that link to enter to win one of 4 sets of dice or a DM's Guild gift card.
Yeah.
Winners
That'd be
announced January 31st.
That'll be a 10. I may be switching out my d20s because
Okay.
Do you want? I was gonna say if you want support, I can offer you support because I have proficiency. in
Oh,
religion.
yes, please. I think I need support on this one.
Yes, I can help you with that. I will
Shit.
also pull out my religion books and like flip through them.
11. I rolled a 5 and a 6.
Whoa.
Oh
Okay.
no!
Yeah, you can't really think of anything. Like, you know there's something, and it's, like, in the back of your head, but you know when you, like, can't think of the name of something, and it's, like, right at the tip of your tongue and driving you up the wall? That's kind of what you're experiencing right
The more I try and focus on it, the more it's just out of reach.
now. Mm-hmm.
That's
Oh,
unfortunate.
that's infuriating.
Can I?
But
Or like when you call your friend and you're like, what's the song that's like da 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 da?
Oh no. While they're flipping through books, can I take a look at kind of the surrounding area where the fight had been and see?
Absolutely.
We had mentioned, tracks and drag marks and singes.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to investigate these things and see if there's anything I can put together. Like if there were beings other than the wolf, who made fire and how, etc.
Yeah. Give me a survival check.
Survival. Okay.
Or investigation if you would prefer.
I'll do investigation.
But if you want to follow those tracks, that would be survival.
Well, I'll worry about finding them later. Because step 1 is going to be just passing this roll. 14?
Okay. So the tracks seem to indicate a massive wolf of some kind. Like they're big doggy prints, like bigger than you've ever seen.
Bigger than Crouton.
What is Crouton doing with all this too?
Almost certainly just sniffing around and messing up the tracks.
And what about Dante?
Dante is probably not happy about the smell of dog everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
So is just sitting on Shy's shoulder, like wrapped around her neck, and just doing his best to ignore the entire situation.
Okay.
I was gonna say the frog is definitely trying to console your cat.
So you also see, sorry, what did you get on that roll? You got a 16, Adara?
14.
14. Okay. So the burns look like they were possibly, they were not made from fire. They look like they were made from some kind of magic.
All right. So, unless our hunters were capable spellcasters, it's possible that the wolf or something else that was with it can make fire.
This does not look like fire. This looks like, well,
Can burn
kind of
things.
like what happens when lightning hits a tree.
All right. Can vaporize things, possibly with electricity.
I mean, it depends. I think some druids and rangers can do stuff like that, and they tend to be hunters.
Mm-hmm.
That is true.
Also, the woman with the deer, the weird spectral woman, she was very magic.
Oh yeah, no, I meant more that, either she did this, or the wolf did this, or the people who got killed did this. And I'm not super putting my money on the people who got killed.
I mean, it could be a combination of wolf and witch. I don't know. I'm assuming it's a witch. I don't know what this is. It's creeped me out. I don't like it.
So,
I mean, could the witch woman be helping the wolf? The witch could probably cast some sort of lightning spell.
I mean, she
I
cackled
didn't
like she did
see
with it.
any tracks that looked like deer tracks, did I?
Nope. Just
All
wolf
right.
tracks.
So I didn't see any deer tracks, just wolf tracks. She could have been one of the people feet around here, I guess, or flying, but
There's no way a deer doesn't leave tracks in dirt like that.
So it seems like at this point our options are go investigate the cemetery and talk to the person who runs it, go look at the well because it's dried up and that might be related because these things often are, or try and find some wolf tracks to follow and just see if we can find the lady again and ask questions before she leaves.
I know I would like to visit the cemetery.
Yeah,
See if we can't possibly get some more information on that front.
I would also prefer to go to the cemetery.
Okay.
This isn't the first time, and it's not the last time you're
Also,
gonna hear me say that.
I would like to visit the well because every time we've had a place that's been abandoned for a while, something's usually settled in there.
Yeah, that was kind of my thinking.
This really is the H.P. Lovecraft color out of Earth thing, where just something's living in the well, dying and drying everything up.
On that note, let's go to the cemetery.
Okay.
Wait, hang on. Do we want to stop by the well on the way back?
What do you mean way
I was
back?
gonna say, you passed both of these places on the way to the forest, so if you want
Okay, I
to
didn't know
follow
if
the
one of them
tracks,
came
you
up
could do
first.
that, or you could just like head back and then go back again.
Okay, because I didn't know, like, if we passed by the well on the way out here, and I was like, just stop there, and then go to the cemetery.
Idara's in camp. Backtracking is what people who make mistakes do. But recognizes that she's been outvoted.
We should
It was-
probably visit whichever is closer.
Yeah.
So it
Continue
was
on.
leaving town. It was cemetery, dry well, forest.
Okay,
So
so
You
yeah,
are
we can
currently
stop
in the forest. You have
So
found
did-
wolf tracks.
Drywell first, then cemetery, then
Mhm.
possibly go back to the forest or go back to town if we think it's too dangerous right now. Either way.
All right. Well, let's go.
Well.
well.
So heading out of the forest, you're almost blinded by the light because it's a sunny day and you haven't been in here very long. It's no longer dark, and it's not that far from the well, and you hear a humming, and as you get closer, you see a woman washing clothes and kind of singing to herself.
Does she look like the woman that we saw in the woods?
Give me a perception check.
Cool
Oh,
dry
bro,
well.
you're asking the wrong
Yeah,
person.
also,
for
is this
Good
a
Lord.
stream that's near the well, or is the well no longer dry at this point?
This is at the well.
This is a 9.
Okay. I mean, actually, anybody can make that check for me.
Yeah,
Well, then I
sure.
will join in on it.
Which
Actually, you
which
know
one was
what?
it? Perception?
Yeah.
Hang on, I forgot. I actually have Dark One's own luck now, so I can add d10s to stuff.
Nice.
That actually helps. That's a 17.
Okay.
25.
I got an 11, so yep.
So you all see that she looks like she could maybe be a much younger version of the woman you saw with the doe. But it's hard to tell because that woman was like very old looking. This woman looks maybe middle-aged. But what really catches you off guard is that the clothes she's washing are covered in blood and identical to the clothes that you are wearing. She's washing a puffy pink dress and
Quick, consult the art.
athleisure.
Weird fabletics.
And some jodipers.
Can I make a history check? Because this is a situation that sounds familiar to me, but I want to know if it rings a bell with Shy.
You also have about 4 seconds to stop Adara before she's just storming in there.
That'll be a 16.
So what are you trying to determine?
If I've heard of a situation like this before. Like folktales, something similar.
Okay, you have heard that some creatures will use tactics like this as like a fear tactic to like scare someone away.
Okay.
I am going to reach to my waist, pull out my wand of magic missile, and immediately fire one in her general direction.
You don't even want to hear her song?
I would like to hear her song, but that might not be possible now.
Adara's gonna go running at her.
I mean,
feel
like I
it
said,
might
you
be-
had a chance to like put an arm on her or put a hand on her shoulder or something. Otherwise, I was storming in there.
I thought I
You
was
think
going
the
to be
swing
putting
can
a hand
stop
on
the
Adara's
unstoppable
shoulder, but
force?
Shai wouldn't have thought about Ophelia.
Wait, what?
I'm not aiming for her. I'm like aiming at the ground next to her.
Oh, okay.
It's like meanwhile, Shai has one hand on Adara's shoulder and just like looks back at Ophelia, going just.
It's like whip.
So, Ophelia,
Yeah.
you fire off that magic missile,
Yeah.
and then I guess we will roll for initiative.
All right.
Of course we are.
You know what? I would have rather done that and done it from a distance than find out she can do some weird shit where she would have grabbed Adara and been like, hey, guess what? You no longer have life force.
Oh, that's fine. We're gonna find out that soon. 19 on initiative.
Okay.
Oh, God, that's awesome.
As Adara just smacks Shai's hand off and is like, well, we're doing something, then fuck you. I'm going in.
Shai's like, Adara, wait, and then Ophelia's like, I've got a gun!
Oh no.
You know, Shai was going to do something cool, but you know.
Oh. Poor
Yeah,
Shai.
you can't do anything cool when you have these people.
No. No.
Ophelia, what'd you get?
I got a 10.
Okay. And Shai?
I got a 10.
Okay. Who has higher dex?
I have a +2.
Yeah, that's higher.
Okay.
What do you have, a 0?
+1.
Oh, okay.
So, Dara, you are up first.
All right. I assume the being at the well has reacted negatively to this, right?
Yeah, she's not happy.
How far away from me is she?
Well, first, wait, was that casting a spell in an attempt to, like, attack her or scare her? Like, what were you trying to do there, Ophelia?
It was more like, get her attention and be like, cut the bullshit, tell me what you're doing.
That was a weird way to go about that.
It was like the thing where as soon as I was thinking, oh, this is creepy, she's got my clothes in her hand covered in blood, it was kind of like that immediate fear response where it's like, you're going down first, or then I'm
Okay.
going down with you.
Okay. So you basically just fired a gun at somebody to be like, cut the shit out.
And really, Ophelia was the last person Shai was going to think would pull that move.
Okay, well, you have to think that her immediate thought is, this person has me and my dead friend's clothes in their hands, assumedly.
Okay.
So
Oh,
then her immediate thought was, number one, Adara can't die. I immediately stabilized. I don't know what Shai's got, but Shai's definitely got some magic shit that prevents that from happening. So something weird is going on. Immediate thought is, we're gonna stop this right now.
Okay. Adara,
Yeah.
you're up.
All right.
She drops the washing
Mm-hmm.
and just but it's your turn, so like she can't do anything else.
All right. Does she look like angry or like afraid or like?
Amused.
Wrong response. All right. I'm going to move up into her zone. I am in her face now. I draw my scimitar as I go.
Okay.
And
So
I
she
just
looks more annoyed than anything else.
yeah. I'm gonna walk up to her and I'm going to go. What do you have here?
And are you holding your turn?
I'm going to hold
Your action?
I'm going to hold an attack for if she decides to react violently. If she seems like she's
Alright.
gonna do anything other than answer my question, I'm gonna hit her.
Okay. It is her turn.
Mm-hmm.
And she starts laughing maniacally. And then vanishes from your sight.
Do I have time to take a swing at her?
No.
Okay.
Because she's casting Dimension Door.
Mm-hmm.
And that doesn't
Okay.
provoke in 5e. Alright.
You know, she was just trying to use a scare tactic against us. We could have probably gotten more from talking.
Are the clothes still here or are they gone?
They're gone.
If that was a scare tactic, it worked, because that was terrifying.
You know, I was going to make a comment about nice try, but we're not afraid, but, you know, guess not.
The past is the past. I'm gonna look around the well.
Okay. It seems like a normal well.
Does it seem dry?
It does seem dry. Are you looking in the well?
I want to look in the well. I want to look on the ground where she was, if she left like prints or tracks or like blood.
Give me an investigation check.
Sure. Other people are allowed to come over and do this also.
Yeah, no.
And anyone can give me an Arcana check as well, if you would like.
Aggregate
I
20
will-
on the investigation.
I would
Okay.
love to give an Arcana check.
I got a 17 for Arcana, and then I'll roll Investigation. Sitting here.
Okay.
And then that's another 17 for Investigation.
Okay.
Okay.
And then I rolled 2 13s.
14 for Arcana.
Cool. So, Adara, you see that the ground has not been disturbed, as if no one was even standing here.
Hmm.
But looking in the well, you can see it looks like something's buried in there. Like there's some glinting in there.
How far away is it?
Like in the well?
Yeah.
That'd be like 40 feet down.
All right.
Like how deep a well is down.
I don't know how deep a well is, but
It's somewhere, I think it's more than 40 feet, if I'm not mistaken.
I'm gonna
I'll say 2 things of rope should do it.
all right.
10 to 60 feet deep. Yep.
Okay. Yeah, like it's like 40 feet down.
All right.
Yep.
So just outside of mage hand reach. So I'll start pulling rope out of my bag and be like, "There's something in the well. I'm gonna go grab it."
Oh, well's haunted now, isn't it?
And
How about I go grab it, and
You're
you can
not very
keep
good
watch
at
of it.
climbing, so sorry. I guess this one's me.
Hello. I think have more dungeon delving experience than you do.
You want to scale the rope?
Ophelia has the look of a middle child who is used to this at this point.
It's fine. I'll show it to you when I bring it back up. I got this one.
Adara, no offense, but you have literally no experience with magic items. Like, handling them. in
Adara
terms
looks
of-
down at her person
Yes.
covered in magic
Remember
items.
remember the last time when you tried to lick that thing?
Look, the only reason I did is because you were like, Adara, don't do something stupid like lick that. And I was like, rightly, fuck you, don't tell me what to do.
And it shocked you, didn't it?
It turned out fine for me. I'm still here, aren't I?
It
You
You
still
literally
hurt
can't
you.
die. That's not a good example.
Hold this. I say, handing Shy my grappling hook.
It's like, fine. If you get shocked by another artifact because you decided to touch it or lick it or anything else, then I'm not healing you. Just so you know.
My life will
Adara-
remain unchanged.
Adara, if you get possessed, I would rather fight Shy than you. Because you've got more muscle on your bones. Shy would probably curse me. That'd be the most that Shy could do.
That's fair. I'm gonna go grab it though. If I feel like it might possess me, I'll be sure to tell someone.
I guess You can get... Yeah, give me an athletics check to get in
Sure.
there.
And Chai at this point is like, no, don't, come back.
15 on athletics.
Okay. Yeah, you can get in there.
All right. Because Adara is not actually an idiot, she's gonna like look at the thing first, before she just like grabs it. Since no one's there to goad her on.
So you see, actually, give me another investigation check or a
Sure.
survival check while you're down here.
I'll investigate. Lawful 15.
Okay. So the glinting thing that you saw was a small silver raven. That looks like it was thrown down the well.
Like a figurine.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Then I'm going to like take off my cloak and kind of like wrap it in the cloak so that I'm not touching it, and then
Okay.
start carrying it back up, assuming I don't get cursed on the way.
Okay.
Yeah, I will say while Adara is doing this whole thing, I am explaining to Shai that I reacted out of fear and that it is largely because I assumed that her washing her clothes was an omen of death.
Well, I can see why you would think that, but it's really more of an intimidation factor, and it's like I could see how it would be unsettling, but that was probably the intention.
This is the only dress I have. If someone else has my dress, that means I'm either dead or naked, and I don't like being the latter.
That is a fair point.
Atara, give me an athletics check to get out of the well.
Sure.
You're using rope, right?
I am using rope. 18.
Okay, yeah, you get out easily.
Just poke her head out of the well and say, "It's a tiny bird." Then dump it on the ground.
You know what?
Uh,
Shai's gonna go ahead and cast Identify on that.
Okay. So you touch it?
I do.
Okay. It is a figurine of wondrous power in the form of a
Ooh.
silver raven.
Hmm.
It can become a raven for up to 12 hours. Once it's been used, can't be used again until 2 days have passed. While in raven form, it allows you to cast the animal messenger spell on it at will.
Oh, that is very useful. Kind of wondering why somebody threw it down in a well.
Yeah, I was kind of assuming that it would be like, I don't know, I mean, I guess it could still be sentimental, but I was kind of assuming it would be like, you know, oh, this is my family heirloom necklace, and I'm really mad that it's down the well. That's why I'm like a banshee about it now, and
what? Shai, what is it other than a silver raven?
It can become a messenger. It can become a larger raven that will travel with a message from you, as if it were a bird.
I wonder if it still has the message in it that it originally had.
I don't believe it retains the messages when it goes back to its figurine form. But that would have been a interesting thing to find out.
we haven't seen anything in town that had bird iconography on it, right?
No, ma'am.
All right. Then unrelated thing, perhaps, but if it is related to the creepy ghost, then the creepy ghost is going to be mad at us, which means it'll come back sooner, so we can deal with it sooner. So let's keep it.
I actually kind of followed that logic.
I must be losing my touch.
In any case, we should probably visit the cemetery.
Yep.
Okay. So arriving at the cemetery, you see a temple on the outside. And it has an emblem of a raven sitting on 2 crossed spears. Anyone can give me a religion check.
Yes, please.
Yeah, sure. I'm assuming I know. I have a feeling Ophelia already knows what this is, but we'll see.
I'll roll it for giggles because once Idara rolled really well on
Oh,
religion.
10. Yeah.
Not this time.
That would be a 21 for me.
Okay.
6.
Ophelia, given your background, you can roll this with advantage.
Oh, thank God, I got a 10.
Okay.
Oh, that's even worse. How is that worse? I got a 6
Okay.
then. How is that worse?
So Shy, you can tell that this temple honors the Morrigan, an ancient goddess of valor and death.
Pissed. I'm pissed.
Okay. I mean, suitable to have outside of a cemetery. And raven
go ahead.
iconography.
Holds up tiny bird.
Perhaps.
Ty, you seem like you know what's going on. What's the name again?
Morrigan.
Is that a person or a
Ugh.
thing?
It's a goddess, I believe.
Yeah, it's she's hard to explain.
She appears in many guises.
Yeah, she's
But but her thing is valor and death, so basically battle and dying.
Well, then I guess she makes sense for a cemetery gate.
Yeah, you'd be surprised how many gods make sense outside of a cemetery.
And it was
So-
just the iconography, nothing.
Just iconography on the temple. And then going further in, you see several graves, a few of which are being tended by an absolutely ancient human woman. She looks like she's maybe in her 90s.
Gonna turn my head to her. Are you a
What? Oh, yes, dear, I'm Aelith. Welcome.
Yes, we were told you could help us possibly with some information about the wolf.
Oh. Last time it came, I was a little girl. That wasn't the first time, though. It's come many times. She kind of gestures to the graves she's tending, which are fairly fresh. These poor souls, the most recent to die to the wolf. My parents told me many heroes came. They heard the cry of the banshee, but dismissed her warnings, and then they died. Hi, Actionworks. Thank you for rating. So there was one who tried to convince his friends not to go, to give up. But he didn't abandon them. But he was the only one to survive. He wouldn't say what happened and didn't take the bounty. He just left.
The people
Is
who...
there-
Oh, sorry.
Oh, sorry. Is there anything that usually precedes the wolf coming? Anything unusual that happens?
Oh, well, the banshee, she warns people. And then the wolf comes. And if they don't heed her warning, they die.
Oh, that bodes awesome for us.
Is her warning just, get inside, the wolf is coming, or does she want something more constructive?
Have you heard her?
Yeah, she yelled at us last night. We assume.
Well, then you know the kind of things she says.
I mean, they basically seemed like threats. Just... It's like, go up against the wolf and you die, kind of thing.
Well, and she's been right so far.
I suppose. Changing subjects slightly, can I ask, did you do any sort of examination of the bodies before you interred them? Can you tell us how specifically they died?
Well, that's not really my prerogative. They looked pretty torn apart to me, and I mostly give them last rites and then bury them here.
Are there any that are mostly intact that I might be able to talk with them?
Oh, we don't do that kind of thing here.
I understand.
Once
It was worth
someone-
a shot.
Once someone's buried, we let them rest. Even poor Greer, who, well, poor girl was never recovered, but we even gave her a resting place.
I'm gonna, like, put my head on her shoulder and be like, someone understands.
Can you
You
point us?
care for the dead as well.
Yes.
Can you point us in the direction of Greer's grave?
Oh, yes, of course. I'll take you to it. She takes you to a quiet corner in the back of the cemetery. There's a small cairn and an old rowan tree. The tree's a memorial for her. She loved rowans. She'd always decorate them with ribbons for festivals. And there is a plaque on the cairn. It says, well, I'll let you spend some time here, and I'll just be tending the new graves. If you need me, just shout Aelith.
Before she goes, I'm gonna ask her, were you around when the well dried up, or was that before you?
Oh, that was before my time.
And what exactly, Morgan isn't a very popular deity. What made the graveyard, pick the Morgan?
Well, I didn't pick her, but she's the goddess of valor and death. So where else to bury the valiant and dead?
Isn't she a little bit... I don't know. I guess some people think she's a little bit scary in some of her incarnations of stuff.
Some people think death is scary. But they're not as close to it as I am. And you are, it seems. Looking at Ophelia.
Well, thank you.
So what does the inscription say, or the plaque?
It's pretty worn with age, but you can make out the words, "To those we lost to wolf's fell bite, Do not fear the dark of night. A rowan tree to see you through until the day we are as you. A ribbon tied reminds us all, a hope that soon no more will fall.
Do
I mean, look at what-
ribbons ring any bells for either of you? With, like, I don't know, some kind of magic protecty superstition shit?
Well, Aelith had just said that Greer used to tie ribbons to rowan trees for
okay.
festivals.
Sorry.
Yeah. I'm gonna lean over to Shy and say, quick question. When you speak with dead people, do you have to directly touch them, or can you touch them through other stuff? Like dirt and stuff?
Well, the thing is, they actually, like, they have to be mostly physically intact, and I can't do it without them being dug up.
Okay, because I have something that might keep them intact. That's why I was wondering.
Yeah, but I would really rather not, unbury them without permission.
Yeah, that's why I was wondering. I'm just gonna straight up explain it because I'm not gonna explain this to Shy. I don't know how to explain this to Shy in character. I have gentle repose, which essentially prevents things from decaying, whether it's like a full body or like other forms of remains. So that also prevents them from becoming undead, and a lot would pretty much, I think, would help Shy if they started to decay to the point where.
So that's mostly like if someone has recently died, I think, to prevent them from becoming undead.
Touch
For up to 10 days.
Yeah, for up to 10 days. Effectively extends the time limit on raising the target from the dead, since days spent under the influence of the spell don't count against the time of limit of spells such as raise the dead. It was more just like if Shy has to be like, they can only be decayed this percentage, which would prevent this from
It's more of the fact that they need to be unburied because they have to physically talk.
Yeah.
And that is the issue at the moment.
And also, out of character, I'm pretty sure dirt is considered one of the things that blocks line of effect for spells.
Yeah, blocks line of effect, and also they would be physically talking, so if they're trying to talk through dirt, that is going to make them incomprehensible anyways, so kind of a mute point.
I don't know, I have comprehend languages. I don't care at this point. I'm like...
comprehend dirt.
Yeah,
comprehend muffled through dirt languages.
Yes. God, this is a mess. I'm gonna just take my snake out, and I'm gonna see if the snake notices anything with its blind sight, like around the graveyard, because I want to know if there's anything that's like weird going around.
Okay.
Also, there is a rowan tree here. Are there any ribbons tied to it, or?
There are not.
I would like to tie a ribbon to it.
Okay. So Snake kind of goes around, snooping around, gets a pet on the head from Aelith, who is not afraid of the snake.
He is so relaxed. I love that for her.
And Shy, as soon as you tie a ribbon to... Wait, do you have a ribbon, first of all?
I actually got some to possibly give to Ophelia on her birthday and or Christmas, midwinter, whatever present,
I do remember that.
whatever holiday. And so we'll just use one of those.
Okay.
If
Ophelia doesn't know how many I was going to give her anyway.
If Shy doesn't want to spoil the surprise, since I was working on her character art literally earlier today, I can also remind you that she does have a very long hair tie situation.
Yeah, I was going to say, she does have something in her hair.
Shy could use part of her hair tie ribbon thing, but...
So, as soon as you tie that ribbon, a young, looks like the youngest yet possible version of this woman that you've seen appears, looking somewhat ethereal and floating. She says, "You called me."
Yes. Going from the hints on the plaque, I was unsure that this was exactly going to happen, but can you help us?
What are you trying to do?
Well, when we arrived here, it seemed like the thing we were trying to do was hunt this wolf. But now I'm thinking that might not be the best idea. There's something else going on here, and we don't have all the information.
The wolf can only be defeated with certain items. If you follow me, I can take you to them.
Oh.
You can keep them once you've found them.
Do I believe the ghost?
I was gonna say, I want to know if I can identify what she is.
Absolutely. Can give me an Arcana check, and Adara, give me an Insight check.
Oh, what are you?
She's a trick. Insight 21.
That's a 10.
Okay.
I get a new d20 out for the night.
I'm going to give it to you anyway, Ophelia, because you've encountered so many of them before. She's a banshee. But she's an odd banshee. She's different than other banshees you have encountered. She has a little bit more up her sleeve than some others.
I'm not like other girls. I'm a banshee.
Oh,
Like, I'm not like those
I'm
other
not-
banshees.
I'm not like other girls. I'm 3 different people.
Adara, she is being on the up and up with you, but there's something she's not saying.
I'm gonna look her right in the eyes and go, "You're a banshee, though."
My name is Greer.
Yes, my mistake. You're Greer, and you are also a banshee.
Curses are tricky things.
Can you be cursed to be a banshee, or do you have to, like, is that a thing that someone has to divine themselves? Kind of like how liches are of their own doing?
Are you asking her or asking me, the DM?
Asking you as a DM.
Okay. There are a multitude. So the banshees you've encountered so far have been generally fae who are doing a job, but you can also become cursed to be a banshee.
Okay.
Like in the monster manual, you did encounter one of those actually, the like vain elven thing.
Yeah, I remember that. If I may ask, who cursed you?
They're powerful creatures that live here.
Did we see you earlier in the woods?
Yes.
Okay, so she's being honest about that, which is good.
The wolf is a curse from a powerful being.
Which one specifically?
She kind of looks down and around. It's one that I know very well.
One that you can't say.
Funny thing about curses.
So, these items, you've found a way to, I guess not defeat the curse since it came back, but subdue it for a while?
I just want people to listen.
Listen to something specific?
I try to warn. And you're the first people who have listened. Partially.
I am sorry about before. I was going to stop, but I wasn't expecting Ophelia to be so frightened.
I'm gonna like do like a little curtsy and be like, yes, that was my mistake. It's a little terrifying to see your clothes covered in blood being washed by a stranger.
I do what I can.
It's a bold opener.
Yeah, you do something.
So, will us going to get these items and using them on the wolf help you in your whole situation?
That would be the idea. And then you could free the town.
Do I believe her
going on?
about that?
Yeah, what's going on with the town other than the wolf?
She said it was a curse.
Mm-hmm. She'll probably be able to talk more freely about it after we fix it. But do I believe her that the sequence of events goes, deal with the wolf using the magic items, and then she will be uncursed, and then the town will be safe?
You can insight check her.
I want to.
Yeah.
Well, like, speaking to this, because Ophelia almost got Adara a cursed thing, part of me thinks that she's gonna try to pass the curse on to one of us. Because curses don't just leave things unless you are able to dispel them.
My insight check was an 11.
Yummy.
So, Adara, you can't really tell.
She seemed on the up and up before, so I guess this is still on the up and up as far as she thinks.
I'm no look at Adara and be like, I almost got you something cursed, but I'm very glad I didn't now.
Cool. Rude.
It comes with it. It would have made you better overall defensively, but I'm just gonna like look at her and be like, it's a shield of missile attraction, would have made you resistant with ranged stuff, but if you were close to someone, it would have made you the target all the time.
Well, sword was a good choice. I like my current shield.
Yeah, I'm glad.
It's also
that
not
sounds
cursed.
awful. We're always firing off spells and things around. Yeah,
Adara.
that would have been bad.
Yeah, that's why I didn't do it. I'm gonna look at Greer and just kind of look her up and down. What is she appearance-wise? What does she look like?
She looks like an ethereal human woman. Maybe like late teens, early 20s.
So then she automatically means she's dead, which that we already know. Where are the things that you are going to give to us? Are they cursed with the things from the town?
No! The town is cursed.
All right.
The entire town is cursed.
Fox Wand of Magic Whistle town is cursed!
Mm-hmm.
So I'm getting the sense that you will be able to share more information with us after we deal with the wolf. Does this seem to be true?
If you survive.
I mean,
which the items will help with.
Mm-hmm.
And that is always a good thing. We should find these items.
Yep. And then I just feel like we should be upfront about the fact that, if this helps you become uncursed, my compatriots are going to want you to stick around and answer more questions more freely before you go.
I'll do whatever I can.
Great. Let's go find some
Thank you.
not cursed items.
I really hope they're not cursed. She's not just lying to me.
I can always make them not cursed.
Yeah, we do actually have a cleric for once.
I forgot that that's a thing that Shy can actually do, because I was gonna say, if not, well, I guess this is it. There's no one yet.
You just take the curse and you suck it up.
Yep. Back in my day, we used to walk cursed through the snow, uphill and downhill.
So,
Well, Shy was blue for a while there.
Yep.
so heading out of the cemetery, Aelith sees Greer the Banshee and screams in terror and runs away.
Just okay. That was an overreaction.
We gave that old woman a heart attack.
Greer kind of just gives you like a shrug, like she's used to this happening.
Yeah,
and she takes you back to the well.
Snake is coming with me. Snake
Okay.
is absolutely coming.
Once I can tell that we're heading to the well, I'll say, "Oh, is one of the objects this?" And pull out the raven.
So you found that. Did you get the sword?
Was it also in the well?
Yes.
There's a sword?
Shit. No, this is the only thing I saw. We can go back. Is there anything else in the well?
Are you in the well?
No. I'm right here.
Is there anything else we need to retrieve from the well?
No.
All right.
But then we'll need to go to the woods.
Okay.
I don't know the significance of these things, but I know that they're important. Anybody wants to jump in the well, give me another athletics check.
I'll go back in the well.
You know, I'm not terrible at athletics. Just say.
You're welcome to come.
Just saying, I am.
Idara's only stipulation is that you cannot mention the fact that she somehow missed an entire whole ass sword down in the well. That's a 16 to climb down.
Okay. You get down and Greer kind of passes her hand along some, not just some dirt, but some slate. And you see it start to gleam. And a sword rises up through it.
Okay, I feel less bad since the sword was apparently under rocks.
Idara, please see if there's a body in there.
Yeah, looking around, do I see bones?
Nope.
Oh, thank God.
Seems
I was
like-
we have to lug a potion out of a well.
Just a couple of items hidden in a well.
Yep.
Okay.
Two items chilling in a hot tub 5 feet underground.
I guess I'll climb back up.
Okay.
I climb back up. It's like 24. Cool.
Peace.
What's the sword do? Shy? Or Ophelia, I guess?
Yeah, I
could
can.
just
I could just identify it.
I mean, or Greer,
say,
I guess, if you know what it does.
I was gonna say, you could ask Greer. She's the one who gave it to you.
I just know it's a sword
Yeah, that's kind of what I figured.
and that it's important.
Yep,
Okay, yep.
Gonna cast identify.
I'm gonna do Arcana check. That's a 21.
Okay. So you know that this is a sword of wounding. Hit points lost to the sword can only be regained through a short or long rest rather than regeneration, magic, or any other means. Once per turn, when you hit a creature with an attack using this sword, you wound the target. At the start of the wounded creature's turn, it takes 1d4 necrotic damage for each time you've wounded it. And it can then make a constitution saving throw, ending the effect of all such wounds on itself.
Yes, this would be good for you, Idara.
Yeah,
My sword is cooler.
I'm gonna have to update Idara's art to just strap 8 new swords on her.
There you go. I'll put it in the
sword
one
was
chat.
cooler.
That feel when your character sheet's attack section looks like this. Just run out of attacks.
I was gonna say I've run out
Like
of
you should
that.
just
Like
put
my
it on your spell
entire
sheet instead.
Yeah.
side thing, yeah, is just a mess.
Oh my gosh.
Ooh.
Yeah, it is a mess.
Yeah, for anyone who's curious, Adara is walking around with a bite attack, a scimitar, a longbow, a warhammer, a maul, axes, throwing axes, 4 throwing daggers, 1+1 dagger, a whip, short sword, 2 wooden daggers, a sword of life stealing, and a sword of wounding.
Girl, what's your encumbrance?
I have a strength of 20, I'm fine.
Okay.
When you said a mall, I didn't think of the weapon. I thought of like you have an entire shopping center strapped to your back. And I was like, yeah, sure, that makes sense.
MAUL.
I know nothing better.
And there's Shy with a whip and as many books as she can carry.
Still need to get me a war pick. Anyway.
Here's me carrying nothing but myself and my frog.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
All right. So who has the silver raven?
I think Shy would keep hold of that one.
Yeah, I was gonna
Okay.
say. Idara technically held it at some point, but I think realistically handed it off to one of the magicians.
Okay. So Greer kind of looks at you and says, well, the wolf waits in the forest.
You said there was a third item. Is it in the forest as well?
No, it was just the sword and the raven.
Oh, just the 2 items then.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
You already had one. That was convenient.
What time of day is it?
I would say it's late afternoon at this point.
Oh.
Yeah, I say let's go to the forest and see if we can find this wolf.
Yeah.
And heading towards the forest, I think we are going to take a quick break as Greer vanishes. And we will be right back in 5, which gives you a perfect opportunity to go sign up for our giveaway and possibly get some very cool dice and
Yeah.
a gift card. Or a gift card.
Yeah, so
All right.
well, we can tell people a little bit about the giveaway before we go.
Go for it.
So we are giving away 4 sets of dice. One that's styled after Adara, one that's styled after Ophelia, one about Shy, and one about Euphoria, as well as a DM's Guild gift card from our very lovely DM, as we didn't have DM flavor dice. But yeah, there are going to be 5 different winners for the giveaway. All you have to do to enter is retweet it on Twitter and be following our Twitter account. So easy peasy, go do it now. I don't know if it counts multiple retweets. So I guess
No.
Okay, yeah.
You
So
can only
one
retweet
retweet,
once.
yeah.
You can only retweet once.
go forth, earn some dice, and we'll be back shortly.
Yeah.
Bye.
Draz is right.
We're back.
Hey, welcome back. That was a fun break. Hope you entered the dice giveaway. Anyway, we are playing The Red Wolf from Uncaged, Volume 2, with the Rusalka in the ring light, by Maggie Harbison and Eris Vidorn. So, you have just entered the forest. The banshee has vanished. And as soon as you get there, an enormous wolf, the color of bright red blood, bounds out, growls, and immediately attacks. What's your marching order? I'm going to say Adara, because
Adara's-
you're always in front.
Adara's always in front. She's the meat.
Okay. So, I don't think it... Oh, it does hit you. That's much higher
like
number
a
than I
champ,
thought it was. A 15 does not hit you,
No,
but a 26 probably does.
it does.
Unfortunately.
Unfortunately.
Okay. So it does not hit you with its bite, but it does bat at you with its claw. And that is gonna be 18 slashing damage. Please give me a strength saving throw.
Ooh.
Oh, buddy. Glad it was you.
Yep. 26.
You are not prone.
I'm
Let's roll initiative.
Oh, buddy.
Let's.
Let's
Oh,
indeed.
Let us.
22 on initiative.
Damn.
Yeah, so
I
the
just dropped my die.
dice
These
giveaway,
dice.
Idara's dice are literally these that I've been rolling with. So, you know, if you want some really good dice that have been rolling great for me tonight, there you go, enter the giveaway.
My dice are different. I can't guarantee you anything, but I can guarantee you that they're pink. I hope. I don't know. I could just be colorblind and not know.
I just got a 20.
Shit.
Nice.
What's your
Yeah.
dex? Your dex is +0, right?
My dex is +1.
+1. Okay. So you still go after the wolf, which also got a 20. And then Ophelia, what'd you get?
I got a 14, and then my
Okay.
snake got a 6.
Okay. There we go. Adara, you are up first.
Ho, ho, ho. All right.
And seeing that sword, the wolf immediately, like, kind of shies away from you.
Well, too bad.
Haha,
I'm
shy.
taking some swings at it.
Do it.
I'm gonna just say, all right, time to do the thing with the raven, and I'm gonna take 2 swings at the thing with my sword. It said any sword, so I'm just gonna use scimitar stats because they're what I have written down.
Cool.
I assume this is not +1. It's just regular but magical in a different way.
Yes.
Cool. All right. Well, does a 13 hit?
It does not.
Auspicious start. I'm gonna take my other attack.
Okay.
All right, there we go. Does a 23 hit?
It does.
Great. Then please take. That would be 11 points of damage.
Okay.
And once per turn, when you hit a creature with an attack using this magic weapon, you can wound the target. So I will wound you now.
Okay. It is wounded. I guess I'm gonna have to mark wounds, aren't I?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's like a D4 of necrotic damage.
But they stack.
They do stack.
You gave us this weapon. We're gonna use it.
Yep. And then I'm gonna bite the wounded wolf.
What is that?
With a 25 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Cool. The wolf did not bite me, but I sure bit it for 7 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
Magical if it matters.
Showing the wolf how it's done.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just bite it right on its suit.
Aww, little
Oh, the snoot.
I boop it, but it's a sharp boop.
Shoop.
Shoot, buddy.
And then I'm gonna stay here. Oh, I should have done like a cool maneuver or something. That's fine. I'll do that next turn. That's my turn. I also remembered we're in a combat now, and I should play the combat music.
I mean, it's a nice little music.
It's like tinkling noises while this wolf gets beat to shit.
I don't know. I think this is Ophelia's fight music.
Too late.
Going out of the snake's head as it just like wraps around someone.
Adara is the one closest.
Yep.
Because Adara is literally in its space.
Yep.
So we would attack you because
Alright.
you are right there.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a shit roll. So its claw does not hit you this time, but its bite does, because a 26 will hit you.
Yeah.
Changing it up.
Now you get to find out if its bite curses me.
Oh gosh. Imagine how awful that would be.
So that
my 10th
is
level ability.
17 piercing damage.
17. All right.
At a time.
And now it is Shy's turn.
Good, because the thing is, I have a raven that I know is used for messages, but evidently it's supposed to help in this.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Are you gonna try to bonk it with the raven?
Nah, I think I'm just going to bring out the raven and see if it's doing anything first off.
It seems afraid of the raven the same way it was nervous about the sword.
Oh, no, that's interesting. Um,
I'll tell you in the Patreon what they do to it.
okay. Going to go ahead and activate the raven.
Mm-hmm.
So it turns into a bird.
Yep.
Aw, bird.
And then it's gonna fly around.
Buddy.
Go fly around, do your thing, and since I have a bonus action, I can use my spiritual weapon.
Heck yeah.
And going to throw the book at this bad puppy.
Do it.
Okay, so that would be... That'll be a 19 to hit.
It hits.
Okay.
Said yeet the bird, and then everyone
I
subsequently
forgot
has
to
been
do the
talking about how
wounds
the bird
for
should
the
be
wolf.
yeeted.
Oh yeah, take a d4 of necrotic damage.
Yep. Do you want to roll it or do you want me to?
I'll roll it
Okay.
with my Idara dice. Ooh, please take 4 points of necrotic damage.
Oh, sweet. I rolled 2, so you did better.
And 12 points of force damage.
Ooh, nice.
You do
It's
also
like-
make a con save after the wound, also. Sorry.
That's a 1.
You do not end the wounds.
Do not end the wound.
And that will be my turn, aside from backing up slightly. I don't want to be in its range.
Okay.
Good for you. That's a smart choice.
Let's say I'll add a second wound on it for that nat 1.
Perfect.
Ophelia, you are up.
You know what time it is. It's the only spell Ophelia can do that
Cloud
does
dagger.
damage. It's Cloud of Daggers. Okay, so I gotta roll 6d4. I hope I have all my d4s up, because if not, I'm gonna have to go through my freaking bin and get more of them. Nope, I have to get more. Oh, damn it. Hang on.
Ophelia's like, I know you might have heard of Eldritch Blast, but have you heard of Cloud of Daggers?
It's really funny, because out of all the spells I could have taken, Ophelia did not take Eldritch Blast.
I know.
I did not think about it, and I was like, now looking back at it, that was probably not a very smart decision, but who cares? This always hits too. Okay, so that's 6d4. I'm gonna do that first. Okay. Now here's me having to do math, because apparently I hate myself. 8. Okay, 12 points piercing damage.
Sweet.
Actually, no, it's slashing damage. So there's that. And then bonus action, I'm just gonna back up. I'm gonna kind of disengage from the whole situation so that there is space
Okay.
between us.
It is Snake's turn.
Snake. Okay, Snake, you have 2 attacks, buddy. Let's hope this one works. I'm gonna try to have the snake constrict
Okay.
around the friend.
Doesn't it need to, like, bite or something first?
No, it has
Oh, okay.
2 actions. It has bite and constrict. They're both
Okay.
listed, but it doesn't tell me that it gets 2 attacks. So I'm
Okay,
assuming
then
it
it
picks
constricts,
from
yeah.
so then it picks from
Yeah,
one
yeah.
of the 2. That's a 19.
That hits.
Yes! Yes, Snake. Yes, do more damage than I will ever be able to do. Okay, that's 13 bludgeoning damage. And
Okay.
Wolf is also grappled.
Yeah. All right. Adara, you are up.
So if the wolf is grappled, does that mean do I get?
You have advantage.
Okay. I couldn't remember if that was a thing. I play too many different systems and always forget what all the grapple rules are. So I'm gonna attack the wolf.
Do it.
I'm going to swing my scimitar, and I'm gonna see if I can menace the wolf while I do this.
Okay.
Nat 20!
Oh shit.
Yeah.
On the menace?
Yeah. Well, I mean, so the menace is I add a superiority die to my damage, and you make me a wisdom save.
Okay.
But dice. It's
What
dice time,
sword are
baby.
you using
Huh?
for this one? What sword are you using
The
for this?
wounding one.
Okay.
So it's the anti-curse one.
Okay.
So I double my superiority dice too? This is part of the attack.
Yeah, sure, why not?
Alright. Well. Alright. Now I'm the one who has to do math. This is 7, 4.
Same brain, Zan. Same brain.
So that's 18, and then we just add max of the other ones, so that's an additional 14. So that's 32 points of damage.
Okay. 32 points of damage?
32. And make me a wisdom save.
I did, and it got a 19,
All right,
which fails. Because you got a nat 20.
All right. Good. I'll allow it. Yeah, then you are frightened of me until the end of my next turn. I will also opt to wound you now, so you have 3 wounds.
Okay. 3 wounds.
And then I guess I'll make a second attack. All right, well, not a nat 20, but a 17 on the die, so I definitely hit.
You do not hit.
17 on the die, so...
Yeah.
And
Oh, yes, you hit.
yeah.
You hit.
So a 25?
Yeah, you hit.
Okay. So that is another 10 points of damage.
Okay. 101 points of damage.
And I'm
No.
gonna hit it. Because, why not?
101 points of damage.
Ooh. Dodge that nat 1. Thank you. That is a 21 to bite.
I guess that bites.
Please take 12 points of piercing damage from my chompers.
Okay.
I'm so glad that the snake can grapple.
Yeah.
I'm so glad the snake grapples. Thank you to whoever wrote the adventure that let me have a snake.
So roll me those 3 wounds, please, Adara.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Is this the beginning of its turn?
Yes.
Okay, because it's also getting dagger damage then.
Yep.
All right. That is 8 points of necrotic damage.
Okay.
And
That's
making
17 points of slashing damage too, on top of that. The dagger.
17?
Yeah.
Okay. So, as those daggers go into it, the wolf opens its mouth and just starts cackling in a human voice.
Bruh.
And it sounds ecstatic. It transforms first into Lial, and then Aelith, and finally a tall young woman wearing a long black dress covered in raven feathers and a breastplate. Her long black hair hangs in wild, loose curls around her face.
You just piss off the Morrigan.
We didn't piss her
And-
off. We killed her.
Greer, the banshee, emerges at her side. The Morrigan kind of smiles and says, "So I see you've met Greer. Well fought."
Uh-huh. So,
Where would you like to explain?
yeah, what the fuck is going on?
Greer kind of looks and grabs her throat, just says, Oh. You listened. The curse is broken. I'm free. This village was built on sacred land. The Morrigan warned them to relocate, but was ignored. The wolf is their punishment. Yes, I sent a dream to Greer, telling her if she stopped the hunters, the wolf would leave. Says, yes, I went to find the Morrigan, not fight the wolf. I begged for another chance. And she gave me the chance to live on and warn until someone listened. So you listened. Now, please, we have to tell the village that they have to move. You're muted, Shy.
Oh no.
No, I think it's just your mic. It's not Discord. I think it's your mic.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That was me. I had accidentally put myself on mute.
Love that for you.
Mm-hmm. And I've forgotten what I was going to say.
Oh no.
Oh no! Oh.
Well, we can talk to them. Even when confronted with the truth, I find that villages are pretty obstinate, especially about moving.
Good news is there's only like 7 of them, so...
Can
Can
we give them a place to relocate to? As an incentive?
Morgan kind of looks at you. Where the humans choose to reside is none of my business as long as they leave my sacred land.
Is it obvious where your sacred land ends?
A wise question. And she just smiles at you.
Great. Alright, fucking ballpark it. How many miles away would they have to get if they just picked a direction and started walking?
Enough.
Okay.
That is
That's still so vague.
vague.
We are masters at disrespecting deities. She cannot scare us.
We already, fought her. I don't know if there's so much more disrespect we can do toward her.
Can I do an insight check? Is there some... I just want to know if there's something that she's looking for.
Okay.
Like, if she really wants them to move away, wouldn't she be giving us more information? Like, yes, they have to leave my land. This is how they do it. I just want them out of here. But this is weird.
Yeah, you can insight check her.
Okay,
Yeah,
that
it
would
really
be a
is weird.
26.
You get that she feels insulted. You saw that the temple was not super well maintained by the cemetery. And it seems like the town doesn't really remember her. So not only is she pissed that they didn't listen, but you would gather that worship has dried up a bit.
Uh-huh.
So, just out of curiosity, is Aelith the real person, or were you just disguised?
One of my followers.
And do you want her to move away as well? I mean, it seems like if this is sacred land, you would at least want her to stay.
She may serve as an acolyte at the temple. If they fix the temple up. I don't have patience to decide what pettiness these humans involve themselves in. Greer, your sentence is completed. You've served well. Tell them, or the wolf will return.
Right? At least we can give them a reason.
Yep.
Thank you for the fight and the being gracious enough to tell us this information.
The Morgan smiles, and you see her almost turn into a raven as the feathers on her cloak and her hair merge into one. And she flies away into the forest.
Mm.
I'm gonna look at Greer and say, is there anything you need to be put to rest, like your body interred or anything like that?
No. I was by the waterfall, but I'm long gone. Thank you for freeing me. And you see a beam of light emerge from the center of her. And it becomes so bright it hurts to look at, almost like a sunburst. And then she's gone.
All right. Who wants to talk to the town?
I
You know,
mean,
Shai did a really good job last time, actually.
I did. Perhaps they will listen to logic and reason, just like the other villagers. It worked once. It should work again. I love how Dar's sorry.
Dora's face!
It might.
It might.
It might. Let it be said that I think one of the first people we need to talk to is Aelith, and then I'm going to request maybe Fergus in terms of order of talking to people.
And we can at least inform them that at the very least they need to fix up the temple because they have made her very angry.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like really the town needs to go. Anyone who isn't going to be worshiping her needs to go because I don't think she's going to accept anyone that isn't going to be a part of her temple.
All right.
I feel
go
like
ahead.
Aelith is definitely gonna take this the best.
Yeah, I think she's the only one that's going to take this well. But the
Yeah,
thing
yeah,
is,
sure.
we can just say, you know what, the land is cursed because it's sacred and you're really just not supposed to be here.
Land's haunted.
The music
And
sting.
having the temple fall into disrepair is just insult on top of injury.
Yes.
Just need to call out the music right when you were like, it's secret, was like, ooh.
And also, if you do decide to stay here, the wolf is just going to come back because it's a curse. And it's being maintained by a goddess.
Mm-hmm.
Not going to go away.
Yeah, I think Aelith is going to be the first one that we need to talk to. Largely because I think she's going to be very relaxed about it. And then I think Fergus will be very glad that he no longer wakes up in fear.
Yeah, I mean, at least for now, the wolf isn't going to come back, but that's not going to last long.
Yes.
All right. Dara, how you feeling?
I mean, you know, that's fine. Like, they can talk to people. I'll be nearby. And then, one way or another, we're getting out of this town. So.
Well, Fergus has your money.
On the one hand, that's true. On the other hand, I've gotten 2 really good swords over the course of, like, 24 hours. So, like, I'm a little bit mollified. But it is true that he has our money.
And a cloak.
Yeah.
Homemade.
Homemade cloak.
A very nice cloak.
Yeah, I'm not sure he's going to be really happy about giving up those things when we tell him the bad
solved the
news.
wolf problem.
For now.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, technically we haven't solved it.
I mean,
Because it
we
can't
solved
be
it more
solved.
than the other people have been able to.
Mm-hmm.
You lived!
Yeah.
Yeah,
we
we
lived.
died.
We lived.
So heading back to the cemetery, as soon as you leave the forest this time, you don't notice the abrupt light change as much. It seems to be like sunsetty time. It's been a long day. And when you get to the cemetery, it is definitely sunsetty time, and you see Aelith starting to pack things in because, it can't be out at night.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, just at this point, I'm gonna put the snake back into her staff because I don't need to freak this poor woman out more than she already has been.
Point.
Yes. Aelith!
Oh, you survived! Do you need a place to stay the night for safety from the wolf deers?
No, we have news for you.
Well, you know what they say. Come have a seat. Good news will wait, and bad news will not go away.
We've got a little of both.
Yes?
Well, the good news is, the wolf problem has been dealt with for now.
Well, that's wonderful. You survived. How did you do it?
Yes, well, we actually listened to the Banshee, and, we found out what was really going on.
Listen to the Banshee. Now that's not.
Yes. Turns out in order to defeat the wolf, you need to listen to the Banshee because she takes you to special items that will help. Because evidently curses can be rather tricky things and need certain conditions in order to be met. However,
That's interesting.
the bigger
She
problem...
was cursed.
The bigger problem is that the land is sacred to Morrigan, and even when the settlers first settled here, she told them to go away, and they didn't. And so that's why the wolf keeps coming back.
Who wouldn't listen to a goddess?
I don't know the exact people who settled here first, but evidently they didn't listen and settled here anyway.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I think at this point there's no one that's really around at this point who would have remembered the message she originally set for them. And yeah, they kind of, cursed their
Wow. So what can we do to assuage the goddess?
Well, she seemed rather upset at the way the temple has gotten kind of run down. So if the village as a whole...
Well, I clean it as best as I can. I'm all alone.
I know, but she's angry at the entire village, so maybe a group effort could help smooth things over.
All right. Well, I keep to myself mostly. You'll have to talk to Fergus about that if he wants to get a crew of his hangers-on, some village kids to come muck about and clean the temple. I suppose I wouldn't be opposed to the extra hands.
We could at least put it forward.
Yes. The Morrigan is fine with you. She seemed appreciative of the fact that someone is trying to upkeep what she has.
You met the goddess?
Yeah, she was very interesting.
You spoke to the goddess. And she makes, like a holy sign.
Mm-hmm.
Well, land's sake. Last, the three of you.
Yes, I would gladly give you my blessing instead, but I think that out of everyone, Aelith, I think you're going to be the best equipped to, prevent the Morgan from getting angry.
Well, I'll do what I can. Though it's gonna be hard to get that lot to move. But I suppose we'll see.
I feel like telling them that the wolf will still be a problem unless they move will be a very persuasive argument.
Mm.
Yeah, I mean, just telling them that the land is cursed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But also that we fixed it for now, so they should still pay us.
Well, you'd best go to town and give them your message then, shouldn't you?
Yep.
Yep.
I'll take these old bones to bed if you don't mind.
That's okay.
Have a good night.
Good night, dears.
Thank you.
Blessed saw the goddess. You just hear her kind of talking to herself as she goes inside.
All right, so teachable moment from this conversation. We should mention the goddess earlier.
Yeah, I didn't realize that was going to be such a big thing.
I mean, I'm sure it would be, it work better on her than the people in town, but also, I don't know if they need to hear the how we got here, just the now that we're here.
Yep.
The goddess said, get the hell off my lawn. And your options are, okay, sure, or face her.
Or more wolf.
Wolf.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's a short walk back to Baden Fithik to get to the Broken Thorn Inn, where Fergus is very anxiously awaiting you. Says, you survived.
Yep, it seems we have.
Did
that
you calm
woman
down?
vanished, and you saw her, and and you walked here in the night?
Have some coffee, buddy. Calm down.
Yeah, because we dealt with the wolf problem for now. With some conditions.
What? Tell me, Tell me how you lived.
Thing is, we went through a bit of a quest type thing. Evidently there's a curse going on, so we got some items to help with the wolf. And once that was done, we spoke with the goddess.
Wait, a curse is a goddess?
Yeah.
You know how the funeral is supposed to be looked over by the Morgan? You know that whole thing, and like how Aelith manages the temple there?
Yes.
Yes,
Nice
that's the
woman.
goddess. Yes, that's the goddess.
Turns out this land is hers.
Well, yes, the goddess sees over everything. It's all hers, of course. But anyway, yes.
No, I mean, like, this ground in particular is sacred to her, and she's never really liked anyone living on it.
Well, that's not good.
Yeah.
Not really, no.
She's also unhappy that the temple is in such disrepair.
Yep.
Oh. I'll send a crew over to fix it up, make some offerings first thing in the morning. But it'll be tough to get the villagers to move. It'll take some time. I'll see what I can do.
But it's like you do have a bit of a grace period because we have taken care of the wolf for now. But the thing is, if you continue living here, it's just gonna come back because she doesn't want anyone living here.
Yeah, you might just want to tell the villagers that they need to move, or else the wolf is going to become a bigger problem.
If
A
they
bigger
want
wolf?
to be an acolyte
Sure.
to the temple, that might be one thing, but
They can't just stay here for no reason.
exactly.
Ah. Well, I can't say this isn't concerning. I mean, I'm relieved and grateful and quite honestly surprised you survived. But it's not the greatest news. But it's not without positives.
Exactly.
Can spin this. Can spin this. Your payment. I actually brought it. I saw something in your eye and thought you just might make it.
Oh, that's sweet.
And he pulls out a bag of gold and stands up, and you see that he'd been sitting on the cloak.
Oh, buddy! You keeping it warm for us?
So, well. And anyone can make an Arcana check on that cloak if you want.
Anyone, you
sure.
say?
I would like
Anyone?
Anyone?
I'll do it.
You have magic teeth?
I do. Oh my god. 18.
It's a
Yeah, I
cloak
got a
of
10. I'm gonna
protection.
leave that to Adara.
Ho, ho,
It
ho.
gives you +1 bonus to AC and saving throws.
Ho 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 ho.
As soon as we get the bag of gold, I'm gonna go through and count out 33 gold pieces, which would be mine, and give them back to Focus, and tell him, you can use this for either offerings or fixing up the temple. Either way, just use it so that, the Morgan's happy.
Are you sure?
It's okay. I would rather go to keeping up the cemetery and helping Aelith, and making sure you all don't get terrorized again. I would rather that be the case.
Well, I wish more adventurers were like you. And then he kind of just looks at Adara and Shy.
Yeah, I know. The thing is, Ophelia beat Shy to it.
I'm sorry, you guys.
I'm getting paid for my labor.
Sir, I'm a freelance.
and you know what? Shy's gonna give hers as well.
So, but we can start to hire a trainee for Aelith, a replacement. Are all of you so generous?
I like how the two of us gave money and Adara's like, Larry, I'm on DuckTales.
Said, well, thank you. And he kind of shouts over to Iona and Davina, says, the drinks are on me. They're like, it's free anyway. Let me do a nice thing.
Aw.
Says, well, thank you. I'll tell the town in the morning. And enjoy your night. Thank you.
It's like, thank you for listening. There are some who would be a little bit more upset.
And is there anything else the three of you would like to do tonight?
Take
Have
a
a drink?
nice evening walk.
I was gonna say, does Kuchan want to take an evening walk?
Dara takes an evening walk, middle fingers out to the sky.
Then that is where we will leave tonight's adventure with Adara and Kruchan going on a wolf-free walk.
Yay!
Yay!
And this has been The Red Wolf by Maggie Harbison and Eris V. Dorn from Uncaged Volume 2. Stick around because we're going to do a raid and we're also going to tell you about the giveaway again in case you joined in after break. But first, let's meet our Tiefs. Starting with, let's go backwards order. Adara, tell us who you are and where we can find you.
I'm going to be all over the internet, and you can find me mostly on Twitter, where I post art sometimes, including our new pre-roll art. Will be up there eventually. Currently, if you want to see it, you just have to watch the spawn. But yeah, that's me. I'm an illustrator, and I am on the internet sometimes.
Ophelia, who are you in the real life and where can we find you?
Hello, my name is Ink. I played Ophelia, your tiefling Pact of the Tome warlock. You can find me on Twitter at These Dead Pens, where I meme and scream. This week I've been memeing and screaming about how, the Capitol isn't just a thing in the Hunger Games. It's an actual thing that people like to go and run at, apparently. I don't get it. Also, congratulations to Georgia. You guys did a good job. You guys voted.
Yeah.
Congrats.
And Shy, who are you in the real life? Where can we find you?
Hi, I am Zan Larson, also known as Pale White Rabbit on Twitter and Instagrams, and someday I'll get back on Twitter. But you know what? Twitter's scary.
Yeah,
right
take
now.
your time.
Yeah, please, please.
And yeah, but this is the art stream because I also am an illustrator / comic artist, and I do
Oh,
a lot of art things, including the some of the little tiny threefs that are in the giveaway tweet.
I forgot to mention I do art. Oops.
Everybody does art except me. That's the
You do
surprise.
art. You do amazing MS Paint. MS Paint work.
You draw wonderful maps, Jess.
Yes, you do.
And I'm Jess. You know me, you found me. Follow me on Twitter. I have more stuff coming out soon. Oh, you can play a game with me for charity. It's coming up really soon. Go to Unite the Factions, and you can play the Adventure League game that I wrote with Ali Salentic. We're auctioning them off, and you might get to play My Immortal Loneliness with me if you want to do that. So, yeah, go to Unite the Factions. They're like a Dead Winter convention or something, and it's going to kids' charities. I should have been more prepared for that. But anyway, thank you for joining us. We're really glad to be back. Next week, we are playing Tell Me What You Know About the Night Errors by Aaron King from Uncaged Volume 4. And now we're going to raid Roll the Roll. So we love you so much. We're going to go shoot our Patreon video now. And have a great night, everybody. Go hit that giveaway and be safe. Bye.
Bye.